Welcome back to Pop Culture Roll Call, the show where our hosts are watching The Magicians by only viewing the scenes that their character is present for. This is Season 1, Episode 12, 39 Graves.
Welcome back to another episode of Pop Culture Roll Call. I'm your host, Mike. We watch everything from the point of view of Penny. Left me as always.
It's Sasha, and I watch everything from the point of view of Margot.
In front of me as always.
It's Colin, which everything from the point of view of Elliot, as always.
Right here, right now.
Hey, it's Brian. I watch as Quentin.
And creeping in the background often.
Producer James.
I stumbled in the beginning.
You did.
And
Well done.
I think that is I think you heard the moment where my energy drink hit me.
You did.
That's the moment.
You did
I think I clocked in.
You did these drugs ain't shit blink, and then all of a sudden the world changes.
The powers, it's the Jaws, like, dolly zoom.
Those are the best moments. Don't do drugs. They're bad. But, boy, howdy.
But, listen, they are the best moments, but I don't want you to have them.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody, for joining our live stream. Was that
Yeah,
last
was it?
weekend? Yes.
It was.
Yeah, it
It's
was
a
on
flat
Saturday.
circle.
I don't know.
We didn't do it on Sunday. Normally, it's the day before we do these recordings. Was 2
Yeah.
days ago, so it feels like forever. I don't know.
It really does.
The
Listen.
world happens. Keeps on spinning.
Thank you for just joining us, or thank you for about to join us.
Yeah, we watched Buffy Season 1, Episode 1. Throwback all the way to the beginning, so thank you to everybody who listened at the end of our last live stream. We're
Fun
like,
one.
have we seen that?
It
was
was
fun.
super
It was
Pretty
super
good
fun.
show. Might have legs to go.
Yeah. I'm
know?
thinking we might do, honestly, we might do that for our next show.
How wild
thinking-
would that be? Is if we were like, you know what we're doing?
Buffy again.
We're doing Buffy again.
with different
Switch characters, yeah.
Four
all
characters.
the minor characters.
Yeah.
There was a discussion.
We speed run it.
There was a discussion in the next show suggestion in Discord about doing Buffy without Buffy, or a similar style.
yeah.
Like I do a show where you
Buff-
guys don't watch as the lead characters.
Buff and the Buff.
We'd
And I-
almost have to do that as like a special, like a separate, like Patreon thing, because like we don't maybe have to do more of that because. One, we've already seen a lot of it, but
Yeah.
two, the Buffy without Buffy was kind of the original impetus for the show's identity in general. So I do like it as a theme. Maybe we could do like everyone takes a month to watch one character's season 1 or something like that, and
Well,
then we
they
can
were-
do like one big episode afterwards or something.
They
That'd be
were trying to figure out a different show that you could watch as not the
different
main
show.
character.
I think a great live stream bit would be like we do 3 episodes, but none of it's Buff, which probably time wise works out to a normal episode, and we're just like, oh, that's what everyone else is doing. Okay.
Well, I think
The Magicians without Quentin might be better.
Oh no!
Actually, we have a better show on our hands,
What's
ladies and gentlemen.
going on? Because I come in with the credit.
Listen, I
I
don't know what
come
you're
in
talking
with the
about. I
credits, too.
love Penny. My character's great.
He is.
Yep. I also have credits.
Oh, we
I
also
also
have credits.
have credits.
That's the first time for this.
Okay.
Yeah. Who do we think has? Oh, it's probably Alice, right?
It's
She walked
Alice.
in on her boyfriend.
It might be
in a
Julia.
threesome, or maybe a couple people. But I feel like Alice has to have something. They got to give her some power because it was all ripped away from her at the end of last episode. They got to give her the first scene, I would assume.
Yeah.
But
I'm not sure, actually.
think so?
I honestly, if I had to guess, I'd say it's Julia.
interesting. I guess I don't even hear Julia referenced once this episode, so I don't.
Oh, we'll get there.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so let's.
Brian also smirked at the title of 39 Graves.
Do you know
and
what that refers to?
I do not
No.
Do
know.
any of you have any
No.
idea what that
Nope.
refers to?
39 Graves, 39
Don't worry,
hamburgers,
we'll
39
find out.
French fries.
Buckle up.
Oh, yeah,
Brian's
that's-
having fun in this episode. He
no.
was so worried about it.
Well, I mean, normally we wait longer to do this, but I guess we get credits. Mind sluts.
I almost said freak. my mouth. If anyone watching the video, first us.
Producer James, can I get an export of that just for my text message sound?
Yeah, he can do that for
You
you.
can do that
You
yourself.
could, yeah. What do you need me for, bro?
But
Okay,
I don't want to do it.
Credits.
what is going? Okay, so we come in. We're talking already. That's my first.
All
scene.
of us are in a room plus
Penny.
Alice.
Yes.
Yeah, Penny
Penny.
and Alice are back.
Well,
So-
the
I'm
four
the
of us
only
here,
person being normal.
yeah.
And you're like confused as hell. You're basically like working through like the plan of like.
Well, my very first line sets the stage. Why does everyone look like they did a crime last night?
Yeah, nobody's ansing you.
yeah.
Elliot's in a window, chain smoking. Like
I'm assuming everybody's getting the flashbacks to
Yeah,
the threesome.
we
Yeah,
are.
we are.
Yeah.
Except for you, obviously,
me.
and Alice.
But
seems
yeah,
pretty hot.
I'm
Good
going
for them,
through-
I suppose.
I'm going through the plan
Bastards.
of we got to go figure out how to handle this knife. Neitherlands is like Grand Central Station for the multiverse. The button, will bring you in. But once you're there, the fountains are portals. Don't slip in the portal. Portals are bad.
That's true.
Don't portal
That
irresponsibly.
definitely won't happen.
Nope.
And by portals, you mean fountains. Same thing.
Yeah.
Fountains are portals.
Fountains.
Portals are fountains.
But there's like battle magic assholes running around, so watch your 10.
Part of the flashbacks we get is like Alice catching us all in bed. I think you two might be asleep, so I don't even know if you get this.
I didn't get that.
But like she sees us and like storms out, and I chase her, and she's like crying and slaps me.
Yeah, makes sense.
Deserved.
Yep.
Yeah, and after all of these weird looks, I once again, after like lore dump, go, what the fuck is wrong with you people?
Yeah. Well, because Penny is out here giving legitimate like thoughts about how we are going to survive.
This life and death circumstance.
And,
that
and
we
just nobody is engaging.
Nobody.
Not a single person is throwing. And before this, Penny was the person who's like, I don't want to do this plan.
Yeah.
I want to fuck off. And we were all like, Penny, you have to be here. We're all going to die. Let's
And
do
now-
these spells, figure it out. And everyone's just like looking at the ceiling and their toes and
We're-
like completely disengaged.
We're hitting the most important thing to do in order to not die is womp 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 womp
Basically,
womp womp.
yeah.
Yeah, honestly. And at some point, Alice so you're getting really pissed off, right? And like for good reason. Penny doesn't know what's happening. No one's telling him. Alice at some point is like, you know what? I just need to it all, the tension builds too much. Alice decides to like storm out.
She's over it. She's like completely done with it. And Quentin gets upset.
Yeah. Yeah, like Margot, I can't remember what Margot says, but I tell her, shut the fuck up.
And I'm like, people are not allowed to be mad at me for having sex with them. Actually, you're welcome, and you're welcome too. Which is just like chef's kiss.
There's a line from Margot near the end of this episode that made me feel so seen.
This was after, I think that's I mean, this is a cutaway to that, but it's
Yeah.
like the little bit of the next scene, because at some point Penny does leave, because Quentin basically tells Penny to fuck off for a minute. Like, it's not, we're not having this conversation, it's, we need to
We gotta
need to
sort.
debrief. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's obviously a conversation here you're not a part of, and we need to have it really
I
fast.
tell y'all, stow your shit, and then I leave.
Yeah. And then we basically keep talking as the
Yeah.
threesome crowd.
And I go talk to Alice.
Oh, okay.
That
That's what I
makes
was more.
sense.
That's kind of what I was curious
Do you
about.
talk to Alice, or do you do more than talk?
So this scene, I talk with Alice.
This scene.
Oh.
Hey, Penny, best character in the show.
He really is.
By the end of this episode,
like.
no one's gonna doubt me. Do you want me to do this scene?
Go for it.
Yeah, yeah.
Time wise, I think this works out. I should go first. I go into Alice's room and I'm like, "You're the least crazy. Tell me what's going on. Like, I can't deal with this." And she has a bottle she's drinking from, and she's like, nothing. Just forget nothing. And I'm like, "What are you drinking?" She's like, "I don't know, triple sec."
Oh,
And I'm like,
oh no.
and I'm like, what did Quentin do? And she's like, I don't want to talk about it. Okay, fair enough. Can I have some of that?
Why would you
She-
ask for some?
Just go with me. And so she hands me the bottle of triple sec, and I'm like, it's good. She was like, is it? And I'm like, no, it's not. It's not good.
It's not
good.
There's no way.
And I'm like, let me give you a little secret. Back in high school, I drank Midori, which is melon crossed with perfume crossed with ass.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah. I'm like, listen, I didn't know. I just needed something to drown out the voices. I'm not judging here for triple sec.
I'm a Midori defender.
yeah.
Insulted, but whatever.
But it's like, listen, I can tell when someone's trying to make something go away.
Yeah.
And like throughout this, she's looking like appreciative that someone's like giving a shit of like,
Talking
hey,
to her.
I get it. I've been there. And so she's like, Midori, did it work? And I'm like, nothing lasts forever, but if you stop worrying about forever, there's plenty of shit that can get you through the next hour. And she's like, what? And there's like a slight smile. And then I'm gonna let y'all do your scene.
Uh-huh.
What's this energy drink over here?
We're talking about how
Drugs.
this is like a little hitch in our adventure, and I think Margot's the one who accuses me of acting like a child, or is it Elliot? I can't remember. Quentin's accused of acting like a child
because he
which
is.
he is.
Yeah.
100%.
Sky's
Well, because
blue.
Quentin says Quentin's like opening line into this scene is like
You ruined
telling
my
Margot, "You
life."
ruined my life,"
And she's like,
"Fuck off."
I had no choice in the matter, right? Like, what
yeah.
the fuck?
Yeah.
I also just love "You're welcome."
Yeah, welcome is very good. And Elliot doing his normal like sad drunk boy routine. That's he needs to figure out at some point. It's been a while, and I was here for it, and we're starting to get less here for it. That's, to be fair, the show is writing it as you should be exhausted by him because he is being a fucking exhausting individual right now. But he's like, you know, he's, again, chain smoking in the window, has barely said a word. He's basically just observing life past him, and like he's making decisions that are impacting people negatively, and then he is just disassociating and watching things crumble, and like that's his attitude right now. And he's trying to tell us, you know, let's just move on, let's do the quest, like we have this other thing to do, we don't want to die, like why are we worried about this, can we argue about this later? And Margot and Elliot or Margot and Quentin are both giving him shit about, like, you know, you can't just not address shit that is bothering you, even though that's exactly what Elliot's trying to do in this situation. So
I don't feel like anything gets like resolved in this scene at all.
It doesn't.
we just actually talk about it.
Yeah, my next scene is I'm about to knock on Alice's door and I listen instead.
I don't know what you're talking about. My entire scene is just blacked out.
With what's the audio on it?
I think it was some sort of nature documentary.
Okay. Wow.
I think they were watching 9.5 Weeks.
Anyways,
You were doing it.
Yeah.
What they were doing, James,
They
that's
were
a
doing it.
spoiler.
I guess
Yeah.
it's like a
We're not
way
allowed to know that.
just. Was it like
She's not
just,
doing anything wrong. Neither of them are
No,
really
they're not
doing
doing
anything wrong.
They're
I
not doing
guess
anything wrong.
It's like a little vindictive, but like
it feels like but like.
But I don't.
I also
but-
get it. Penny's super hot. Like,
but I don't think either of
don't
them
blame
were
her.
like. At least I don't think Penny is very much of like, I'm doing this to ruin Quentin's life. It's very much a like, listen, you've actually been kind to me. We've talked to each other. We're both attractive. You're stressed. I'm stressed. We could die in a portal.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's it's maybe a little bit of a weird form to do it like 30 feet from the room full of people who are still reeling from the sexual transgressions,
I mean,
and
this is
everyone's
her
trying
bedroom,
to,
right?
I know it
fair.
is. I'm just saying more like we're all trying to regroup, and like that's the whole point of this is we're all gonna fucking die very, very soon.
I also think the bigger issue is we all have to like work together to try to save the fucking world like 20 minutes from now.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Like maybe. Like, I'm not saying they don't deserve to get a good fuck on in this situation, and Quentin is not like doesn't earn any respect or loyalty in this situation, but maybe don't add mud to the pot.
Yeah,
right now.
I'm just gonna say, if y'all decide to do a out of your mind night before out of nothing tryst 3-way,
Yeah.
I think me and Alex can just go a little, one-on-one.
Yeah, 100%. And my next scene kind of addresses this a little more head on.
I played it like 5 times, and I'm like,
Why were you listening to them have sex 5 times?
Because I was like trying to catch voices because nothing's said, and I'm assuming it's me and Alice. And so at some point I hear Penny's voice, but then I hear the footsteps. And then I'm like, wait a minute. There's footsteps walking away. Was there footsteps like approaching the room now? And my wife's in the other room. She's like, what are you listening? I'm like, I'm trying to see if somebody was listening to us. And she's like, who's us? I'm like,
why are your
Penny.
pants off?
Why is the door locked? Mike, open the door.
So it was yes, it is Alice and Penny. And then someone approaches and then someone
Quentin,
leaves.
and he like has his hand over the door like he's about to knock, and then hears it, and then kind of
And you walk away
walks
heavier.
away. Sure.
Yeah.
He doesn't care about getting caught anymore.
No.
So what's the next scene?
So my next scene is like I'm at the table like just shuffling cards or whatever, and Alice comes down the stairs, and I'm like, I didn't think you had that in you. It's like, what the fuck? Why are you digging a bigger hole here, you dumb
Can't help
motherfucker?
it.
And then she's like rightfully upset. She's like, you don't get to shame me here, right? Like you slept with 2 other people, and then we broke up, and like that should be the end of your involvement in this.
That is true.
And I'm like, well, like I was out of my mind. I made a mistake and you aimed a weapon. It's like, oh, the drugs made me do it. Like, fuck off, right?
Yeah.
And then she's like, kind of her last little thing here. She's like, I'm glad it hurt. It should hurt. And
Yeah, which is where
she's
Elliot
right.
walks into it. I was curious what you were all talking about. I kind of guessed. I didn't assume Alice and Penny had just like done a little parlance, but fine. But Elliot comes down and is like, hey, we're still doing that thing. Like, come upstairs, like kind of exactly what I was saying before. Like, I'm glad that we're having more things we have to talk about. But
There is
also,
a ticking clock
There's
here.
a ticking clock. We're all gonna die very soon. Let's go do the thing. And we decide to Elliot sort of mentions like, come on, stand up. we're gonna go like bottle our emotions so that we can deal with this later.
Yeah.
And then our
Literally.
next scene is us doing the emotions bottling.
And we
spell.
all bottle except for Penny. Is that right?
Alice, yeah, we all do it. Like,
Alice-
the three of us do it. Alice hesitates and then does it a second after
With
us.
the greatest line of how I was feeling about Quentin would have gotten us all killed.
Yeah.
So she wasn't planning on doing it, but then realized I am way too pissed at Quentin.
And then
Yeah.
Quentin says, like, I was mad a moment ago, but you two would make a great couple.
Which I was curious why that was just a random throwaway line. It turns
Yeah.
out it wasn't a random
No,
throwaway
it
line.
was not.
But I did feel like I was asking, we talked about it, about them maybe being the real couple at the end of
Yeah.
last episode because of like there was stuff that was going on between Alice and Penny.
Because they both didn't want to do the like magic drug
And
things.
they were
in
spending a
Room
lot
of
of time
Emotion.
together,
Yeah,
yeah.
they were practicing.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yep. So we do the emotion bottle thing, and we jump through
Right
a
into the
portal. Like we're
fountain.
basically we don't see us. We push the button, right, and then we bloop, and we're like
Welcome to the
in-
garden.
Yeah, we're in the garden. We kind of climb out of a fountain, and immediately upon arrival, Quentin gets force blasted back into the fountain, which then catches on fire.
I think I don't get force blasted. I think I dodge a fireball by basically falling backwards into the
To
fountain.
catch the map that
the
like,
map
fell in there.
Gets
Oh,
blown
that's
away.
what it
The map
was.
gets blown away. You go back for it, and then,
then we get
Eve shows
separated,
up.
basically.
We split.
Right.
And then,
Right.
So most of us are following Penny to go hide in the library, though we don't know that's where we're headed yet.
right.
But Quentin presumably
You did.
goes somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you can figure out where that's the fountain we just came out of.
Oh, so it was the Earth. You went back to Earth.
So I went back to Break Bills.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I
That's why we're not worried about you. Okay.
Yeah, got it. Because
Should we be?
it's not very clear. Maybe it's not very clear exactly what time had passed. Because again, we pressed the button and then we just get like snapped in, and I wasn't quite sure if that was Earth portal or if we had been walking for a minute or like
As immediate.
it just just
Yeah.
immediately jumps back in. All right, so you go back to Earth. How is it out
Did
there?
Will Smith say "Welcome to Earth"?
I land in the living room or common area or whatever of the physical kids cottage. And I'm just like, shit, right? And then my next scene is I'm talking to the dean.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
We'll go into the library.
yeah, might as well. We make it to the library.
Yeah. So we slide in. It's familiar for me. Quentin's gone, and you got the map. And
We finally meet that lady you've been talking about.
yeah, we meet the librarian. I don't know if I got her name,
She didn't give it this time. She named all of us.
but she calls you Janet.
She does, and I said I go by Margot, which is interesting.
And she
because
says
I
this
go,
time.
and then Janet says, or
This
she
time.
says this time, and I think it's interesting. First of all, I think there are two things. One, this time is very interesting, and also the fact that she says I go by Margot. She doesn't say my name is Margot.
Oh, does she really?
I think I'm pretty sure she says
She says I go by Margot.
I go by Margot.
Sorry,
Interesting.
can you repeat the this
So
time?
she
thing?
calls me Janet.
So
And
we'll,
I
we'll do it.
say-
So it's like you're like and Margot,
No,
or
that's
no, and
not-
Janet.
I go by Margot.
This time.
That's how it played out. And so like,
Interesting.
yeah. I
And this-
don't really understand.
Also,
I
she
tried a
knows
little
all of
bit.
our timelines.
You understand it.
Maybe a little.
Interesting.
Okay.
Do you also maybe get a little bit of why Elliot has 2 books?
No.
Probably not.
Okay, because I was curious if that's another thing. Like,
Yeah,
like
something-
Margot and Elliot have a thing about this world where like
Yeah.
Elliot has 2 books and Margot has a different name. Because as far as I can tell, Penny doesn't have a different thing. Alice doesn't really have a different thing. But it seems to be the 2 of us who are tied together seem to have a weird relationship with this library and
Yeah.
our identities.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't know what that is.
We need her help, which she already knew, and we get the rules. No harm
caveats.
to the books.
Yep.
No food, no drink,
Or other intoxicants.
and no emotional bottles. No
Yep.
emotion bottles.
And she destroys them immediately.
And Margot screams,
I planned my whole outfit around that.
which is the most I've ever felt seen by a piece of media.
Yeah.
You
By a
gotta
pink
plan.
bottle, I plan my
I have planned outfits around a watch or a hat. Margot, I get it, and it hurts.
Yeah.
Um,
Elliot gives up his flask that he has hesitantly.
willingly.
Very
very
hesitant.
reluctantly. But I do give it up, and that was part of the no drugs.
Yeah.
Basically, no drugs, no food, no drinks, no fun in the library. No fun allowed in the library.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's safe in
Philippine.
here. So
Yeah, but it is safe, and we can kind of go do our thing, and then later on we're doing some research and kind of running around, and I'm not sure if we jump right back into this.
what are you doing?
Talking to the dean.
About what?
Sunderland or
I'm kind of rambling a little bit. I'm kind of meandering a bit, and the dean's a little upset. He's like, "Can you just get to the point?" And my point is basically that he knows something about what's going on that he's not telling. And I'm not really like asking him anything in particular, but he like kind of stands up a little frustrated, and I'm just like, "How'd you lose your virginity?" And he's like, "Oh, I was 24 years old. She was considerably older than that and much more experienced." He's like, "Fuck, you managed to dose me, didn't you?" Yeah, I put truth serum in his tea, apparently.
Oh, so you're asking that as kind of a control question to see if he'll just give it up immediately.
what's the legality of a truth serum?
None.
only- yeah,
None.
Zero.
And also, apparently, it's toxic.
Oh, you're
I mean, truth
why are you
does hurt.
poisoning the? I mean, I guess you
Oh
do
my
legitimately
God.
think he has info.
Yeah, because he does. Because I ask about Eliza, who I'm 95% sure was the the paramedic lady who died.
Okay.
Right. And I find out her real name.
What is it?
Her real name is Jane Chatwin,
Oh,
and she's dead now.
so
Wait
that
a
was a
minute.
chat.
So she gave you the book because she wrote it.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
or she was lived in the home of the monster who wrote it.
No.
Yeah.
The
Did
book
she
six
write
was
it?
written by her.
Oh,
So
it
she-
said it
so
was
she-
written by Jane.
yeah.
So
First-
she grew up,
Yeah.
Gotcha.
became
Penny read
AEMT.
that it was. Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh no.
And so then the other bit that we get here is that in the book, The Girl Who Told Time, which I think is one of the Fillory books, Jane was given a gift by Ember, one of the two gods of
Yep.
Fillory.
Ember number. Yeah.
And the gift was a watch and a locket. And the gift basically lets her fuck with time on a cosmic scale. So
Okay.
she used that to create a time loop. So whenever she failed to stop the beast, the loop would restart. This apparently is the 27th time I have slipped a truth serum to the dean. I bring up Groundhog Day. I'm like, oh, it's like a fucked up bloody Groundhog Day. And the dean's like, he's like, you always make that reference, and I still haven't seen it.
So wait,
Go watch it.
episode's name is 37
No, he
Graves.
says he's like not
39.
watching it out
39?
of spite.
Oh, yeah, fair
So
enough.
it's 39 attempts, and
And they've
and
died, but
everyone's
they
failed.
killed Jane Chatwin this time, so this is the last time to try.
So in every other loop, Jane changes one variable. Right? Trying to figure out a way to beat the beast.
Yeah.
A couple other things here is like the sigil on my hand that brought me to Alice. That was apparently a Jane special.
Okay.
Trying to like kind of get the ball rolling on us getting involved with that quicker.
Got it.
Got it. That's why she's so like irreverent about all of her interactions, is because this is not her first, second, third, fourth time like
Nope.
Yeah.
like trying to ingratiate and find this way.
It also
She-
might be why she's keeping information, right? Because
Yeah.
like she's tried telling him sooner and it doesn't work,
Right.
and like
She knows exactly what does not work.
Every loop
interesting.
ends with my death.
Okay.
Or involves my death or whatever. There have been 39 loops, so I've died 39 times.
39 graves.
Wow.
Little smirk at the beginning.
39 burgers.
And now Jane is dead, the loop is done, and there's nobody left to reset it. The dean says that my problem is that I'm strong enough to discern a time loop, but I'm not strong enough to change it. And we better hope and pray that Jane altered the right thing this time around. And I ask, what's different this time?
Oh, is it Julia?
Yes.
Oh, because Julie was allowed into the school the
Every
other
other
times,
time.
and that's why she wasn't let in, because she didn't have the merit. She was not let in because that's this iteration.
Yes.
To separate you from Julia.
Yeah, to see if that.
Interesting.
Like maybe pulled
Why?
focus. Maybe I mean if he cared that much about Julia, pulled focus, couldn't make the sacrifice he needed to.
Or make the right friends.
True.
Maybe?
or maybe
But
right to the parents.
maybe
Or it could be one of those like unrelated elements,
Yeah, very
like just
possible.
like butterfly effect, like change something
like,
dramatic in the
she
life
didn't
and
bring
see if that does.
the popcorn on the right night to like
Yeah.
trigger an idea.
Yeah,
Do you know?
exactly.
I talked to Julia this episode for sure.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
But that's the
Producer
end of it.
James is just giggling as we're
Yeah.
like figuring all
Of
this
course
out.
I'm giggling
Yeah.
off
This
camera.
is like one of those
this
big-
is all I do.
Lore dump.
Yeah, it's like, oh right, all this stuff has happened before. I've died a bunch of times. You know, it's
Yeah.
one of those kind of
That's
big
crazy.
world changing episodes.
That like makes a lot more sense. I feel. I wonder if they don't actually not allow drugs at the school. They just took you off your depression drugs
It's just a
because
thing.
this is one of the loop things.
That's maybe one of the factors.
Like, there's so much that you could just like wave away.
Yeah, but
by
then you
that.
could also do it the opposite way. Like, oh, the loop made me do it, right? Like,
no, the loop isn't making
it's
you
not.
do
It's
it.
not clear how much the dean is like involved in this plan versus just like an observer of it.
Right.
I assume they're working together.
Yeah, probably a bit. But
Yeah.
he's like, I can't change anything about it.
But I think there's something like because taking people's like medicine away felt so wild. Having that be
I don't
a
think
fact-
that's related.
Oh, okay.
I think that's just related to like you need to be depressed to do magic. Then.
Yeah,
fair.
that's
Maybe.
true. That's true.
Suffering
Which
artists.
honestly, they haven't really brought up that much more since then. So
Yeah.
it feels like a throwaway first couple episodes. They thought this was going to be more of a thing. Like, you know what? Actually, that's not really necessary.
They kind of touch on it a little bit with the battle magic stuff, though.
That's more like you can't have complicated emotions. Not like you specifically have to be depressed.
Yeah,
It's
but,
like
but
you
it's
just
still
need to be-
tying emotions
It's true.
to magic
Oh,
casting.
for sure.
I'm sorry. Wait a second. Do we have like official confirmation? Do we know for a actual fact that the beast is that guy?
It's basically talked about like it is a I think we do have confirmation one way or
Like
another.
100%? Is it possible it's her brother?
It would be kind of a wild take for the show to take the victim of that and turn them into the beast.
But I
maybe.
just the only reason I made that connection is because I'm like, he's like super powerful and he has super strong magic.
Yeah.
And it's just because he's traumatized and went through something terrible. Because like if
Maybe.
magic is at the core of magic, this is why I got to. I'm not saying this is
Right.
correct.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm just saying like if the core of magic is like this horrible depression, that's like this trauma that you've been through, that you've personally been through, the guy that we're talking about, this monster. Do you think he's traumatized by the things he's done? Probably not. But I don't know. He might have gotten his magic in other nefarious ways.
And then you're saying the reason he wants to control Fillory is to keep Plover out.
Or just because that was something that was his that was taken from him, and now he's receding and like snatching all his things. I mean, kind of like kids do. They get pissed off and they go like take all of their nice things and they go hide in the room or go into their tent because they don't want to fucking share because they're mad.
But I also haven't spent any like screen time as my character with the beast, so it's hard for me to. I'm trying to imagine what it seems like, and I just don't really have a great.
not a
like,
bad read.
It's hard to tell. Like,
Sorry, I was just
I could
thinking-
be
No,
remembering.
it's not a bad
I could
read
be
at all.
misremembering like minor details or minor like lines of dialogue in
I
those
know,
scenes
I
or whatever. I feel like it's referenced directly that it is. Like the characters are all under the impression that it is.
Okay.
But that doesn't necessarily mean that's the truth.
I let's just proceed like he is it's the evil man.
Yeah.
Like, because I don't want to make assumptions going the other way, because it does get really dicey really quick, like by making like a victim like the bad guy for a show.
I would say the build of the beast seems to be a little like taller and more slender than the Plover flashback we got.
Okay.
Maybe.
And Plover, I don't think was like dancing around that much like the beast seems to. So like there could be something there, but it's really tenuous.
Yeah, let's just a thought.
I like putting it out there, and I'll remember it because if that's a call to, again, I don't think that there is zero, like, not even that there's not zero, but there is a way that you can write that's super believable. So like I don't think anyone's ever said like the beast is Plover. And like if Jane was still alive and she was like, oh, Plover was the bastard, then we believe her firsthand account.
I guess the other question would be like, why would he kill his sister though?
Right.
Yeah.
Which
that would be kind of a weird
unless
thing to do.
we're not 100% sure that's how Jane died either. Like she dies off screen.
That's true.
Yeah. Do we speaking of Jane, she's this like time loopy like shit she can do 39 deaths for Quentin kind of deal. Is she dead like not a time loop?
Oh, don't worry about it. We'll get there.
Oh, okay.
I was
All
gonna
right.
say when you start messing with Groundhog Day shit, who knows what's
who
real?
knows?
The episode title is "Don't Worry, We'll Get There."
All right, where do you think that we're going in this episode?
I don't know. For me, where we're going is Fillory at the end. Like that's literally the extent.
Where do you think Quentin's going?
I have no idea.
Like,
I legitimately don't have any idea.
So you're telling me you go see Julia, so you told me that. I feel like he's gonna go have sex with Julia. I feel like that's
I'm
what's
not
gonna happen.
convinced that it won't happen, but not in this episode.
Are you not going to Fillory?
Oh, I am in a sense.
In a
Okay, all right, let's
sense.
go. Let's keep
All right,
going.
let's
Okay,
keep
okay.
going. We'll discover it as we
Is
go.
it your scene next then?
Probably.
Yeah, because we're in the library, and this is like Margot comes up to Elliot.
Yeah, because we haven't. I'm like, this place is impossible. There's like the whole wing devoted to cat paintings. Like, no, paintings done by cats.
Yeah,
So like,
it's an infinite library full
yeah.
of infinite possibilities.
but what
kind
I
of deal.
come across is Elliot reading the life book of Michael.
Mike. Yeah.
Yeah.
the boyfriend who I killed,
Yeah.
who was possessed by the beast. And Elliot is sort of pensively reading this book, and Margot seems a little exhausted by the fact that I am like, clock's ticking, life's on the line, and like
You're torturing yourself.
I'm torturing myself, and you get like why I'm reading it, but you also are like, but also now really like, is this the kind of time? And Elliot is just kind of ignoring that attitude, like not attitude in a negative way, but like he's lost in this book, and he's saying, did you know he was a Republican? Can you believe that? Like
Elliot?
that's crazy.
Michael.
Michael. Yeah, Michael. And he says, you know what? That's not even the worst thing. The worst thing of all is that his life before me was happy. And that's when Mario's like, why are you torturing yourself about this? He's gone. And Elliot's like, yeah, I know. He's gone because of me. I killed him. Like, I ended this life. And as I'm like trying to say that, to punctuate my feelings, I start walking away, and I throw the book over my shoulder. It lands in a garbage bin. I snap my fingers, and the garbage bin catches on fire.
Immediately, though, the librarian is there, like very quickly.
Oh, immediate. Boom.
With the fire extinguisher.
Yeah.
And like she is putting it out, and she's very upset. Margot's like, it's just one book. Like, what's the big problem?
Fee. Yeah.
We'll pay the fine, whatever. And she's just like, no, this is a life. Interesting thing to say. And she's like holding the book like it's precious, and she's like, no, you're all banished. This is like, you're done. Like, immediately. And then she like snaps her fingers, and that's when we're all outside.
Yep.
Okay, I have a scene before that.
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say, because you appear out there with us.
So I am just sitting on the ground in a random section of the library reading books, and she comes in, and
Alice?
it's like,
Librarian.
Okay.
and she's like, "Oh, I love this one. There's photos from places you can't even imagine. I know you hate it, but travelers write the most precious books, and this library is what it is because of travelers."
Sure. Makes
And
sense.
I'm like, you make this sound simple and fun, and it's not. Like my life is just very difficult. And she's like, no, but it is valuable. And in her observation, master travelers have a fantastic time doing it. And my whole thing is like, yeah, I'm trying to find the technical info on how to become a master, and but I'm not finding anything. And she's like, oh, well, the books you're looking for are in a different branch. I'm like, of course they are. And she's like, I could put in a request. I'm like, can you expedite the request? Because I don't got much time, and I'm desperately trying to figure out how to bring people with me, like that.
While you're traveling.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
And
That'd be useful.
she's not confident in the speed of the request. But throughout the scene, there's like moments where she's getting like a bit more teary-eyed, not crying, but like it feels like now with the loops, it now feels like she knows me.
That's the.
Oh, yeah, that's why I was Janet.
maybe
time.
sometime
Yeah.
you just like change your name.
Oh
maybe.
my gosh.
Once.
It now feels more like this is a conversation we've had, and it's like I wish I could tell you something, but I can't.
Okay, so and that's because sorry, I just put this together. It's because the Neitherlands are out of time.
Yes.
So she would remember every time
She can affect time in the Earth portal, but once we come through into the Neitherlands, it's outside of time, so we just keep appearing here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got it.
And so I mentioned the whole like, why am I not feeling very optimistic about the request? And she's like, probably because Franz Kafka wrote The Trial after spending a week in the library. And she tells me, Penny, if you can survive long enough, you will get a handle on it. I promise. And I'm like, is that in my book? And she's like, no spoilers.
That's really interesting. Like, also funny that the trial was written in a library. That's a funny
In a week.
joke.
Yeah.
That's a funny joke.
Yeah.
But like,
So she knows what happens to me.
Well, she knows what happens to you in the other timelines. But
yeah.
again,
Yeah.
we've been altering all the
Right.
butterfly
Yeah.
effect things. And not to say it's not predictive, or it's not what's the word for it? It's like the future is not set
Yes.
in
Yeah.
stone.
She has seen a timeline where I learn how to travel with everyone.
Yeah, and you died in that one, but if we can survive, you do get there.
Yes.
eventually.
In a timeline eventually.
Yeah.
Do you have anything before you appear outside?
No.
And then
we're all sitting around, and I'm like, we gotta go. We
Yeah.
gotta go, guys.
And we kind of just, it's a quick cut.
Yeah,
I don't know if you guys
because
had
we're
anything.
going back to the Earth portal. No,
Yeah.
yeah, we just like show up there and it's
Yeah.
covered in cultists or whatever they are. What are they? Are they just zombie cultists?
No,
like,
they're just like, cultists.
Yeah, 'cause
probably
they-
is the
they're like-
closest.
we call them like battle magicians. Or
yeah, but like why?
They're working with the beast,
They're
and
working
I
with the
think
beast.
under threat of their family is dying.
Maybe. So
I
this
think
is
so.
like
Someone said something about this. I
maybe
feel.
they did. I didn't catch it, but that's what I'm trying to figure out. Is like,
Last
why are
episode.
they working for the? Like, what are they getting? Are they controlled? Are they under a thrall? Are they revived? Are they?
I think they're
golems? Like,
being like
coerced.
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 It feels like adult child soldiers. You know?
You could just say conscripted
you could
soldiers.
just say soldier.
No.
No, we gotta go as far the way as we can.
Yeah.
It's like adult child.
Because child
soldier.
soldiers are very you're forcing them.
They're
but-
conscripted.
But,
Yes.
but that's not as fun.
The
we
word?
can get a bit
Child
out of
soldiers isn't that fun.
that. We
Conscripted is
can
the right
get a
word.
bit out of that.
I wish child soldiers was more fun.
Thank you.
We need to make child soldiers sexy again.
Again.
No. Okay. So while we're looking at the portal
portal, yeah.
and these adult child soldiers, somebody jumps out at us. We think
This is
it's
the 38th time we've done this episode, and this is the first time we've said adult child soldiers.
That's the only difference.
Only difference.
anyway. A person jumps out at us. We kind of get into like battle stance because we
Yeah.
think it might be another one of
We
them.
summon up like a megazord.
But it is not. It's some random guy. His
name's
name is
Josh Hoberman.
Huberman, yeah, and he is class of 16. He
Yeah.
recognizes us.
What
Woo!
up?
Come with me if you want to live.
Yeah, and he's really excited.
Always wanted to say that.
And I was like, wait, he's a college graduate of 2016. I'm like, am I older than this guy? And like, because is it 2016? But I guess it's graduate school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not 1916.
And it's also 2 weeks.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
also 2 weeks in this world is 2 years in Earth too. So time is its own. I don't really kind of. My brain's not quite parsing exactly.
It was kind of weird because I wasn't
What
supposed
year
to
it is, 'cause I guess it's
tell
supposed to be
how old this
2018.
person was supposed to be, and like, did he age and he just didn't realize it, or like,
Yeah.
I don't know, understand. We have a cut, and then it's back.
We're in his hideout.
like hideout.
Do
Yeah.
we knock out a scene?
Yeah, not got a
Sure.
scene because we kind of like start pushing into the end of the episode
Yeah.
here.
Oh. Ooh, I should knock out a couple scenes.
Yeah, maybe
Oh,
knock a
okay,
couple
then
scenes
speed
out.
up a little.
I'm knocking on Julia's door, and we have kind of a little bit of an awkward reunion. But I start filling her in about how she was at Break Bills 39 times, and that's what changed this time. I tell her about the time loop thing, obviously, and she was like, "Oh, so I was, the whole time I was right." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm sorry, I should have believed you." And she's apologizing for what she did to me, which I don't remember what it was.
We talked about this last week. She put you in the desert mine palace thing Penny had to come save you
Scorpion
from, where you were about to die.
Oh,
And
yes.
Yeah, you almost died on the couch kind of deal.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she's asking how we like fix this whole beast issue, and I say I don't know. But I'm gonna die. I'm gonna get killed soon, and I don't want to die like pissed at my like oldest friend. And she's like, I really fucking missed you, and I'm like, yeah, me too, actually. And we hug, and she says, you smell the same.
Wait a second.
Uh huh.
I'm sorry.
Uh huh.
He's coming here to ask for something. He didn't actually forgive her,
Well,
or
yes and no. I don't know what
Okay.
I'm asking for because like the reason I'm here is because this is what Jane set up to be different,
Yeah.
right? I don't know why.
okay.
But I know it has to do with her somehow. So, we might as well start trying to piece this together of like, what's different this time? Why are you here? And what can we use there?
Does that make sense? Yeah, okay. I guess because she's with the other
The hedge witches.
the hedge witches.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And also Quentin's entire like let's hash this out, bounce off of each other's support group is not there. So like you still want to make some progress. You know that she's attached to it. You know that it was changed. You know that she's been there and part of this plan 39 times.
Yeah.
And this one time she's not part of it. Like,
I feel like that would tell me to not reach out to her though,
Maybe.
right? Like I would
No,
actually have
the
the
things are
amount
already
of
opposite.
times has passed, right? And she's learned a lot. Like she's learned that there is bigger and better magic in the world. And Katie and the rest of the witches are on a mission.
Oh, Katie, I forgot that.
And
they're
they
all
have
together.
strict marching orders. And I'm like, from who? And she's like, oh, a goddess. Apparently they summoned a goddess who came and left proof. And she like grabs this statue of, I think it's like a statue of Mary, and it has like milk pouring out of it. And it's like apparently proof that there was a god here. I don't know. Or goddess. And she like hands me this piece of glass, and I look at it through the glass. I'm like, oh my God, this is crazy. Who did this magic? And I don't know what the glass was doing. It made it shinier. And she's like, oh, it was crazy. Like it was like being on massive doses of ecstasy. She did all these like crazy things. And she like lists like, did kind of favors for everybody of the group, including like curing somebody's breast cancer, which we have learned earlier is not a thing magic can do.
We did learn that, yeah.
Right.
AKA the dead puppy.
Right. So she's saying like, oh, fate brought her here, and I'm saying I need your help. And I'm asking her to like come to Fillory with me, basically.
Okay.
And our next scene is like we are like she kind of like takes me by the hand. We go, and our next scene is we're lying underneath like a side table, and like underneath the base of the side table, like if you're lying on the floor looking up at the ceiling, there's like a kid's hand-drawn map of Fillory underneath this table that we drew when we were like 9. And she's like, we've been planning this trip since then, right?
That makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, they both bonded over this book series. Like
Yeah.
I did
Yeah.
that kind of shit all the time. My friends would draw fake maps of like fantasy worlds and shit. Like that makes sense. It's cool.
And she's saying that her lady gave her a mission, and it's her destiny to find a whole new kind of magic. And this is her words, is, this magic, quote, couldn't be given and it had to be found. So not sure what that's about.
That's
but
the
gonna
goddess to her.
be- Right, but you
Okay,
got to
to
assume
Julia.
it's Ember or Umber, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
probably.
interesting. I mean, that would make sense if she's also obsessed with the books, that it would be that
Yeah.
kind of god. But
But
did
she
she
doesn't- she doesn't-
participate in the summoning with the hedge witches?
I believe so.
Yeah, because
Okay,
she's
okay.
She's a witch.
verified.
She's
Yeah, I
with
just like
Katie.
wasn't sure how far along that was before she showed up, or if it was her idea, or like when. that
I would
happened.
assume she was part of that.
Okay.
I'm wondering if there's another timeline where Katie doesn't leave.
Yeah, I think every.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like-
you mean like from?
I think there's a timeline where me and Katie are a couple.
Maybe.
Maybe.
And there's 39 of them.
Yeah, enough different chances for that to be true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bunch of
39, actually.
bunch of monkeys, bunch of typewriters. Never know.
Okay. Is that all you got?
I mean, I have 4 more scenes left in the episode, I guess.
Okay.
Let's go. We'll do a bigger
have
scene
4.
and then knock a couple out.
Yeah.
Because when we go back to the lair, we get a pretty much a big lore dump.
Yeah.
So we can do that.
Some fun stuff that we find out. He's been like growing his own vegetables and stuff in here, like the carrot psychedelic and
Don't eat the carrots.
Don't eat
like
the carrots.
kind of, they look like apples. I think that's what she's eating. They taste like pizza. Like he's got some crazy cool things happening down here.
He's just been
but-
kind of like sampling things from different portals and from around.
Yeah.
He's like there's like things just don't make sense, but it's kind of cool. So you just like fuck around, grow some things, like play some music, see what happens.
We have to break it to him that he's been here for 2 years.
Yeah.
Not 2 weeks.
Which he seems to take in stride because he's talking about Victoria.
Yeah.
Which do we like? He said Victoria, and everyone kind of looked at each other because I think is Penny the only one who knows Victoria? Because Victoria is the woman who's chained up in the basement.
Yeah.
In the
Was-
dungeon.
In the dungeon,
yeah.
at the Beast. So like, I don't remember. I don't think
I don't know if
Elliot
we ever
knows
said her
Victoria.
name,
Yeah.
but it's very quickly established in the scene. Like, I know her, and it has to be the girl in the dungeon.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
She was basically like
She went missing.
she went missing.
Yeah, there was the whole like Victoria went like this girl went missing. My mentor told me about it, and I think since then we mostly just refer to her as like the girl in the dungeon.
Yeah. So we basically ask him like, what happened to your class? And so then this is the lore dump that Colin's talking about is like, apparently they all decided to go to Fillory for spring break.
Yeah.
So
Like
like a
literally
Rumspringer.
like going to Cabo.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, literally going to Cabo. Victoria took the stupid tattoo on her neck off. Like she got it removed so they could all go, and she brought them all with her.
She's a traveler. You're right. So.
She was a good traveler.
Yeah, and she knows
she
how to
could take
bring people with her. Right. And they went to Fillory, and it was magical. They had threesomes with naiads, and a guy had a sex with a talking horse. They like make this like a fun joke about like they're like,
well, animals can consent.
right.
Yeah.
It's like it was just a lot.
And Margot's like, cool, great. You had sex with a horse. Can we get on with it?
Yeah, it was just like it's so funny. This show is so weird.
It is very funny. I do like the idea of like, Jonathan fucked a talking horse, but then immediately he's like, but it's different there because like they could give consent, and she's like, I don't care that you fucked a horse. But it's like
not what's at issue here.
No, but I could see how somebody who's talking about one of his friends fucking a horse is like, it was consensual. It was.
Yeah.
You understand?
The
You
horse was
understand?
cool
His
with
name
it.
was like his name was John. And he was down.
He
for
wanted
it.
it bad.
So-
He said, please.
So like we kind of push him, and we're like, how did you end up here though? Because he's in the Neitherlands, right?
Yeah.
And basically he says they got roped into a quest, but it was a trap for Victoria. So presumably they went to Fillory, and the beast was smart enough to like play along.
Yeah, or something like that.
Yeah.
And like,
Because he says it was some dude. Like he calls the guy Mothra, and we're like, okay,
it's that guy,
yeah.
right? It's the moth guy. But I mean, we know who the beast is, but ideally, or not ideally, but I guess in this situation, the beast didn't exist in the world, and like, or maybe the dean knew, but didn't tell all the kids. Like all this isn't common knowledge. Like, like Quentin, who's inexorably tied into this, and everyone knows it, had to drug the dean to get him to give information out
27 times.
Like 27 times to get this information out.
Yeah.
So like just this random class who is going off campus for a wild spring break weekend runs into an evil villain that they don't know exists. They get convinced to like do some fun quest that's really just a way for the beast to trap a traveler.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's a bloodbath is kind of what he goes
Yeah.
into, is like basically the entire, and we were talking about that class, right? We've known about this since the first episode. That class went missing. It's a bloodbath. All of them get fucking slaughtered.
Yeah.
Except for Victoria manages to save him alone.
Yeah, she sends him to the Netherlands.
Yep. And then she bounces back to go
Says,
try
"Wait
and
here."
save somebody else or try and stop the beast, and says, stay here. And he's been here ever since. And he has no idea what the fuck happened after that.
Yeah.
I need to know what Fillory is like. I have some thoughts, but I need to see what Fillory is like before.
Apparently it's pretty sex crazy. It's kind of a wild time.
Well,
I
I'm
like
actually
Otto.
wondering if it's not, and that's why.
Oh,
they
maybe like that was
all
a fake
died.
thing, like a
Like-
fake world that he was kind of implanting and part of the quest, and like it was like,
Or that like the beast saw them as sullying it.
oh, maybe.
That's I'm sorry. I'm just thinking about.
Oh.
I don't know. We'll see. I don't know.
We'll see.
I'm making just wild guesses as to like, because I have no idea about this character or the motivation or anything.
Yeah.
Just trying to piece stuff together. But it could be completely wrong. We don't have enough information.
This is when Penny admits that you're a traveler.
I'm a
like,
traveler.
Yeah.
But I don't know how to bring people with me.
Yet.
So we need to figure out where the fountain is. And he's like, oh, I know where the fountain of Fillory is. It's 3 squares up, 1 square left. But the problem is all of the magical assholes waiting for us.
Yeah.
Between here and there.
So we need to plan.
I have a scene with Alice, but I'll go after you.
I have a scene of us kind of poring over the Fillory books, and we're basically talking about how we can't like open a door to Fillory. It's just not something we can really do. But we know kind of when the doors open in the novels, right? Like how Jane and Martin like get to and from Fillory. We know kind of when those doors open. So our plan is to follow them in, right? And we're going to make the time magic work for us. So we're going to basically follow the Chatwins into Fillory, which would put us in the past, right? Like in the past version of Fillory. But there's a scene in one of the books where Jane falls into a swamp and like comes out 20 years later, but some like Watcher woman found her and she like struck a deal with Jane to put her, in the 20 years in the past or whatever of her past. Like, so there's like time magic that works in Fillory. So it's like, oh, we can get to Fillory, in the 40s.
Super early.
Basically, and then use time magic there or like find this Watcher woman or whatever it is
To zip on
like
back.
get back to present day Fillory.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. And Jane has not Jane. Julia has an idea here that it's something that Richard, name I've not heard before, but apparently he's like an alumni of Breakbills who's now with the Hedge Witches.
Interesting.
So basically we have to go to Breakbills, and I'm like, well, you can't get in because only, active students can get in. And she's like, oh, Richard gave me this, and it's a key for alumni. So it basically is like this like kind of glass looking key, like physical key, and that lets alumni get back to Breakbills.
Sure. Got a MacGuffin so that they could do this plot.
Yep.
Great.
And my next scene's with Julia in Breakbills.
I have a quick scene before we're all back together.
Interesting. What are you doing solo in this guy's lair?
Oh, he's not solo.
Alice is looking stressed.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like,
and
nothing happens.
back massage, a little neck
I'm
kissing.
telling her, you got to get some sleep.
Ooh, you so tense.
And
can't
she's
sleep, I'm
frustrated.
so-
Like she is trying to crack the solution to this, and she cannot figure it out. She's like, how do I get us to the fountain without all of us getting killed? And I'm like, well, do you need a hand? And she is like, listen, Penny, I'm sorry I gave you the wrong idea. I'm like, whoa, stop. Okay. It was fun. But, and you're like one of the few people here I actually respect. And when I say it was fun, there's like a very brief smile she gets. So like, yeah, she doesn't regret it. But then she goes back to like in her head stressed. And I'm like, nothing has to be weird. Like everything's fine. Like we can move on from this. We're two adults. Like it happened. And she's like, yeah, you're right. I'm just making this weird. And I'm like, it's weird. We're weird. So what? We're still friends. Like you're thinking way too much about this. And then she gets into like thinking about Quentin and how she would feel awful if out of all of us, the person who does not get to Fillory is Quentin.
Yeah.
And then she's like, and then I remember that I hate him. Fuck, why am I an idiot? And I'm like, okay, Quentin right now, irrelevant. That's just an excuse. It's another excuse for the things that you always do. And she's like, what thing? I should just give up. I'll never figure it out. Like, listen, she just got real. Drop the bullshit. If you're going to drop that bullshit, now's the time. Like, stop telling yourself you're not going to figure it out. Like, you will. So just keep trying. And then the next scene is she's figured it out.
Yeah.
Right. She's going to use phosphoromancy, which we talked about earlier this season with the
Yes.
light.
That was like her specialty, right?
Yeah. And she's going to make us invisible. It's going to be tricky with double suns.
Yeah. And me
It's going to
and
be tricky, and she's never done this before, has she?
No, but she
And-
thinks she could do it.
the problem is me and
Elliot.
need to stand very close because
They're
we're
too
tall.
You got to crouch down.
Yeah.
So
She's basically making a very small bubble that's hard to upkeep.
Yeah.
And we need to stay with it. Kind of it's
can't
pass
upcast.
without a trace
Yeah.
in D&D.
yeah, she can't upcast though.
And we like basically are like, let's go. And Josh is also like, yeah, let's go. He's like gung ho. I'm a little suspicious of him, to be quite honest. But
Oh,
that's-
yeah,
that's
he's a
a
little
conversation.
too friendly.
Yeah.
I mean, just because it's relevant, he drops a little Mortal Kombat line in here. He's just dropped a Terminator
Yeah.
line. So he's
Like
he's,
actually pop culture references?
Yes.
yeah, because
Yeah.
he says it has begun.
Yeah.
So, sorry about that. So he's kind of played like that character in Orphan Black that's like Casima's like science aid D&D
Yes,
nerd. He has
yes.
very much that energy.
He really does. Yes.
Yeah. So we all head out.
Except Elliot just seems like a little depressed. Like I
Yeah.
noted that at that scene, and I was like, something weird's going on.
And I do kind of like push myself up and just sort of like saunter out of the room.
Yeah.
And as we sort of like, as the camera kind of like, I get up and I move out and the whole group starts to move out. The camera lingers on the incubation tank thing, and there are 2 missing psychedelic carrots.
All right. So we have one more scene.
Do you think you're the finale,
you-
or do you think we're the
What
finale?
do you think?
I think I have the last scene.
Should we
okay.
just go?
I have 3 more.
All right. Well,
Oh, okay.
tell us
Do
when to
1 or
go.
2, and then
All
we'll
right,
jump in.
so we're at Breakbills, and we're in some like big archive room, and we're kind of going over these like objects in the room, and I'm kind of reading the labels on them. Like, this is a bridge to ancient Rome. This is a bridge to the Cretaceous period. This is a bridge to Southampton, England in 1912. And then Julia's like, "Oh, it's the Titanic." And then, so basically all these like objects in the room go to specific points in time. And apparently there was like some rare element that they used to make these, but they ran out of it in the 70s. So they didn't ration themselves.
Typical.
What?
Yeah. And, you know, apparently some students wanted to kill Hitler,
Yeah.
as you do, who apparently was a serious battle magician, which is always a thing I hate about like historical fantasy with Nazis. Is like, don't make the Nazis like powerful, make them like bumbling idiot. Like Wolfenstein does it best, where there's like a lot of them and they're terrifying, but they're kind of fucking stupid at the same time. But in this version it was like, oh, like Hitler killed all these students who came to kill him. It's like, I don't know, don't make Hitler seem like this powerful figure. It kind of
Don't make him Darth Vader.
yeah,
No.
it, like
Make him
deifies
really
him
bad
in a
with
weird
magic.
way,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Anyways, we find this thing that brings that the date on it is April 19th, 1942. And I'm like thinking like that date sounds familiar, which is weird because I can't remember all these other details from the book's earlier episodes. But this one I'm like, oh, on April 21st, 1942, like Jane went to look for a present for Martin in Fillory. So we're going to use, you know, this thing to get to there to follow Jane in 2 days later. And I'm like, I never thought I'd say this, but thank God for Hitler. And then Julia's like, yeah, don't say that. It still sounds bad.
Does? True.
Not good.
That's it?
That's that scene.
Should we go?
Go for
Okay.
it.
All
Okay.
right. We're walking. Elliot looks weird. Like
Yeah.
Margot calls it out. She's like, "You, what's
He
up with you?"
tweaking.
I am
Turns
a little
out.
bit. Yep. I'm
Yeah.
like kind of stumbling through, and
Oh, you took them both?
I took both. I psychedelic.
I don't know if you save one for later.
Well, I guess I don't see. I just saw two miss.
Could have been.
Yeah. But while I'm kind of like walking in, and everyone's got to be close, and we're kind of like moving through a crowd of these.
Pretty successfully.
Yeah. Again, I don't
Battle
know what to call them. Battle
magicians?
magicians. Sure. More like moving through them, or being really successful, or being really quiet. And then at one point, Elliot like makes makes quote eye contact with one, and sort of notices Margot's face, and Margot's face does that kind of like bleed of like chromatic like color. And then I notice one of the battle magicians, and Elliot's feet just kind of stop moving as I'm getting zoned out and like lost in the trip. And the bubble moves forward, leaving me standing in the middle of the road. And a battle magician is standing looking at me, and I'm looking at him, and then he just like kind of confused, like just raises his hand and starts to generate some kind of like a fireball or something, and Elliot's just sort of staring at him.
Because we don't have the bottles anymore either, and they're not regulating it. And right as we think Elliot's about to die, Margot takes out a gun and shoots the battle magician.
Hell yeah.
Shoots him right in the fucking chest.
Fast gun at a 5th level.
I knew we should have brought the guns.
She literally was. That was her point, also.
Yeah. Margot yells, "Yeah, I brought a gun. Thanks, Margot."
Yeah.
So good.
All this fucking bullshit about the Prime Directive.
I know.
Yeah,
It was so
just
funny.
brings
Margot
a
just
gun.
had no time for it whatsoever.
Blam.
It is also the most American thing she could have done.
Yeah, just shoot the dude in the chest.
There's something so American frontier than traveling into a timeless region of the multiverse,
But also
and
carrying
just
a Glock.
shooting, just blasting. And that's how the Netherlands passed their own Second Amendment.
Yeah, and Elliot is like, Margot, you saved my life. It seems like there's actually going to be a touchy moment. We're like
Yeah.
almost going to make up. And I say, yeah, you live to drink another day.
Let's
Like,
go.
I'm done.
Wrap it up.
I'm done with Quentin. Rightfully so. I'm done with Elliot. Also, rightfully so. Margot, and you know,
Just done.
Queen.
I'm out of
like
bullets.
truly, she's definitely not out of bullets.
No,
I
one shot.
guarantee that.
Unless she really was like aura farming and brought one fucking bullet. Like, just wanted to be so cool. But
then
bad
we
idea, because immediately a
Chased.
horde.
Yeah, they like too
Guns
late.
are loud.
Sirens gone off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Guns
they,
are-
yeah.
guns are
Guns
loud.
are
They are
loud.
loud.
What?
She did not bring a silencer, and I
No.
think that doesn't. It would still be loud. So
Yeah.
they run. Luckily, they're not too far from the fountain though, because they got basically almost all the way there,
Yeah.
and we all just jump in.
And we jump in.
well-
That's the end of my episode.
No. Oh, you don't see?
No,
No, we jump in.
So Alice does like a power force casting to knock some out of the way. Y'all jump in, and then I'm kind of like bringing up the rear. And before I jump in, Eve, the kind of head of this gang, gets in front of me, and I hit a battle magic spell that like is a swiping motion, and it
You
cuts-
did bludgeoning damage. He did slashing
I
damage.
did slashing damage, and you just see a across her chest.
Oh, like the bottle.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
just goes red, and she falls down.
So you animate her?
Yeah.
Animate the shit out of her? Fair
and
enough.
then I 85 slicing damage. I double her HP, immediate no death saving roll. She's dead, and then I just
Slashing
jump
damage,
into the
not
fountain.
slicing damage.
Did Alice follow you?
Slicing.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's magicians?
Okay. So wrap it
rules,
up.
Slicing.
All right, so we are in, I think, Margot's room, kind of like invading your privacy, looking at all the pictures on your desk or whatever.
Cool.
Sounds about right.
Is
And-
that important?
Well, Julia's like, if I had been here, kind of living it up, living the college life, I would have
Living
never
la
have.
vida loca.
I would never have felt the need to like figure out what magic is actually for. And I'm like, what's magic for? And she's like, it's for fixing things, dummy, and whatever. There's a whole little speech here, but we're here to basically go into the door that brings you to their favorite pub in London.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
yes,
right,
in England,
right.
yes.
So we go through the door. We're sitting in a park. We have the little device in our hands. So we're in present day London. You can tell because there's a corgi in the background.
The corgis were invented in the 40s. Honestly, maybe not.
I don't know.
I don't know
No,
when
that's how you tell
corgis.
it's London because that's the Queen's
Oh,
dog.
yes. It is the Queen's dog.
When were
Well, it's
corgis
the Queen's
invented?
dog.
And so we touch the thing, and a little spark happens or whatever.
Keep going. Ignore
I'm
them.
allowed to say that out loud.
And immediately, we're transported back to London, 1942. Famously a good time
Cheerio.
because immediately we hear
The sirens.
air raid sirens
course.
and 2 bombers flying overhead. But we kind of don't deal with that at all. We kind of go to like a quiet part of town where we see Jane through a window and she's like skipping across the street, goes into a phone booth, with old London like red phone booths. And
Is it bigger on the inside?
No, we kind of just like see her through the glass, just kind of walk through the thing. But like it kind of opens as she walks past it, and then she goes into it, and then goes to where the phone should be, and she's gone.
The tunnel on the inside.
And so we follow her through, and we are in Fillory, and we kind of like take 2 steps, and Julia is like, he's like, hey, look at this, and we turn around, and there's like kind of a clearing, and a couple miles away down into this clearing, there's a giant castle,
Oh, is that
Spooky
the end?
castle?
and then credits.
And
Is it
then
spooky?
credits.
And no, it's a beautiful castle.
I was
It's-
gonna
it's
say,
Fillory.
what's the vibes though? But
Yeah,
we do need to know
It's
the
like
vibes.
it's the vibes are like dense forest. We don't see any creatures. We just
Okay.
get like kind of like twinkly
You don't see, like, a horse
fantasy
fucking?
music. We don't see any horses fucking people, or other horses. Or we don't see horses. We don't see animals. We see just this castle down in the distance. It looks very like Disney's Magic Castle style
Right, yeah.
castle.
Classic, big spires, things like that. Fantasy
Yep,
shit.
4 big spires, 1 on each corner.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Connect the dots. What is going on?
Yeah, I don't know. We need to find our way back to present day Fillory to meet you guys.
I feel like there's some
feel like-
other twisty foot ready to fall.
I mean, the other thing is going to
Some
be
other-
we are
I'm
going to
sorry.
probably send messages forward through time for a bit to you, right?
Yeah.
Like
Maybe.
us affecting things in the past is going to affect your present day
that would be
Ooh.
very fun.
That's cool.
in this fantasy world.
I do
Time
like
travel FedEx.
I do like the big swing here. I like that we've been in a time loop the whole time.
Yeah.
I actually like that.
And then also abandoning the school, and I mean, all of us are in Fillory now, right? Too?
Yeah.
So that's going to be quite the shift from the college campus.
It like feels like you're going into the final battle. Do we think this is a 1-season show?
Do we need?
No.
No, it's not a 1-season show. Definitely not a 1-season show.
I felt like I
Okay.
feel like this is very like cliffhangers. Like
Do we need
Well,
to
hold on.
ask for wrap-up questions?
yeah, like we're either halfway through the first season.
This is 11, right?
This is
Yeah.
12.
So we're
This is
12.
12. It's
We're-
either halfway or almost at the end, I would say.
We're either halfway or we're close to the end.
This is either the like Battlestar Galactica style mid-season break, or
All right. So if it's you at home, if it's a mid-season break, you know what to do. If it's the end of the season, you also know what to do. And if you
Since
don't
when
know
have
what to
we
do,
not got to know. We're breaking 10 years of precedent.
if you think it
Unbelievable.
might be the end of the season, go ahead and send us wrap-up questions at popculturerollcall@gmail.com
He's saying the things.
or wrap-up questions on the Discord.
Well,
And if this is only halfway through, see you at the end of the season.
And I guess you could still
send
do
wrap-up
that.
Yeah, you still can
questions.
send 'em.
Yeah.
This is expert gaslighting.
I think you mean professional
Gaslighting.
I think we made pretty like good guesses at the beginning of
Yeah.
this show, and I think we felt like this was going to be like 12, 13,
Yeah.
that kind of season. I feel like that's where we are.
And if we're getting close, I feel like this is a cliffhangery season 1 where we figure out, or we are in the shit with the beast. And
all next season.
like we end in the worst possible place. And season 2 is like the mission.
Okay, I have a question. Was it like CG? How did it look?
Yeah, I would say like composited. They probably found, a forest somewhere and then composited in a castle.
Do you think it's something they could do with their budget
For a
for an
whole season.
entire season?
Like foresty stuff.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, because you could pretty easily like have some sort of interior castle set that is relatively cheap. Like Break Bills is not a cheap set either.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It didn't. Nothing
Interior
they did
set?
seem more expensive than that. Where you're going to get expensive is like if you have all these mythical fantasy creatures running
Right.
around.
And special magic effects all over the
Right.
place.
But
you
there
blow
was
everyone
literally
else
none
CG.
of that so
And if
far.
it's forest, that we've already been in a forest.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's also for when the show came out. What, like 2018? I think is when 2018
yeah.
is when the show came out. So like, if it's an hour long drama that came out on what? Do we know what network this came out on?
Sci-fi, I believe.
Yeah.
Sci-fi. In that case, it could be 20 episodes. I was gonna say if this was like a streaming service, like platform show, and an hour long, it's
12,
probably only
13
12,
fills.
13 thing. But Sci-Fi Channel, this is like a Sci-Fi Channel original or something like that.
Even in that era where there's still the 20 plus episode shows,
I
like
don't-
that's a dying breed.
It is,
even
but
in that
Sci-Fi is a
time.
dying channel, so I don't know if that's like part of it. I don't A, know it's Sci-Fi Channel, and two, I also didn't watch a lot of sci-fi stuff from the 2018.
Even around that
so-
time, you had like Game of Thrones pulling 12 episodes a season, so like 12 became the kind of new.
Yeah, but
like,
yeah, HBO
sweet spot.
Prestige is a different.
I know, but but it felt
category.
like not that like Netflix was doing 10, 12 episodes. I felt like we are 2018. We are I'm trying to think of 20 episode seasons from shows now, and I'm blanking.
Other than like animated shows,
Yeah,
right?
like in half-hour ones, not
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
full hour long. My guess is with this, we're in the last couple episodes of this season.
Yeah.
And I do feel like I don't, and not to get into like predictions too much of like the next season, but like let's say there are 2 episodes left of the show. I don't think there's a world in which we like solve Fillory and go back and next season is something unrelated to Fillory.
right.
Like we might not solve all of our problems here, but I do think the show's crux, like they've built up too much about the Beast and Fillory for that to be like, oh, the Beast is season 1's big bad and Fillory is the setting for the penultimate and finale episode of season 1, and then season 2 we're going to do other stuff.
Yeah.
I don't think that's what we're getting to regardless.
That makes sense.
I'd be into it if they were, but yeah,
But I
don't
also
see it
think
happening.
So. Yeah, no, it's a little bit too inexorably tied into
Yeah.
it. Yeah, I don't know. Anybody want to talk about stuff from their characters before we jump out? Any wrap up stuff?
I'm just liking Penny each episode. I think his conversation with Alice of like
Must be nice.
but I think it solidifies him as less of a fuckboy. Never that I thought he was, but of just like Alice, we're adults. You know, there's obviously an attraction there. You know, we hooked up,
Yeah.
but like I respect you. I'm not gonna get weird. You don't gotta make this
You
weird.
just keep us saying that, but like we are on a collision course back with Katie.
That is 100% true.
That's
right?
true.
Just like this whole thing happened this episode before I link up back with Julia.
I know, but I feel I'm like I think he kind of sees it as like we were two people who like just like needed to connect with someone.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
We
We'll
will
see what he
if
does.
he meant it.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like if he was a sleazy guy, he'd be trying to keep hooking up with her.
I don't think he's sleazy.
Yeah, but
I think there's a ship here that you could get on.
oh yeah, chugga chugga. Do ships go chugga chugga?
They do.
I'll
Well,
ask
do
Henry. I don't know.
seatbelts go?
The
We can
problem
make
is
up our own
true.
Foley.
the problem is the ship doesn't work for me because they're like the only thing that got that like we had a sacrifice of pennies to get him out of his like rose thorn illness or whatever was like a candy bar wrapper from the last time you saw Katie.
That's fair.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, immediately last time you saw her, and then you see her again, you're like, oh, I'm with this new girl.
That's fair.
By the way, here's your candy wrapper back.
You know, it could be a ship, could not be a ship. Chugga chugga, choo choo ship. Pop culture roll call where seatbelts go.
I like doomed ships. Who can say? Anyway,
Yikes!
Yeah, Titanic.
that's what
Except
we
you
call
don't
them.
like that movie.
God.
I hate that movie. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that.
I think historically you like doomed ships, is all you're saying.
Yeah.
they're interesting. You can dig
Apostrophe.
them up later.
Yeah. You're looking for doomed apostrophe ships, not doomed ships.
Shall we wrap this up?
Yes, we can. I'm your host, Mike, signing off. To left me as always.
It's Dasha.
In front of me as always.
It's Colin.
Right here, right now.
It's Brian.
And creeping in the background often.
Gaslighter James.
We'll see you next time.
Bye forever.
For more information, go to popculturerollcall.com. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Please subscribe, rate, and review. Our new theme provided by Stephen Rossbach. Find him at StephenRossbach.com for more of his work. Join us next week for another episode of Pop Culture Roll Call.